Once you get the bubble wand in Hello Kitty Island Adventure, you want to catch every one of those underwater critters that you've been swimming by. It can get a little tricky. So here are the 3 critters that were the last ones that I had to catch, just in case you're having trouble with these too. So we're gonna look at the Slugnautica, the rainbow ribbiter, and the WollyPog. The WollyPog for me was my very last critter I had to catch. Let's start with the Slugnautica. So the easiest way I've found to find it is to go to the dock between the main island and the Cozy Isles and jump in the water. Dive and swim along the left. The path takes you right by a temple and now you're in the trench. And as you continue through here, you want to start to pay really careful attention after you pass that temple, because under the first of the arches is the first place where I have seen the Slugnautica. Kind of under that first arch between that one and the next one, this is a place that I've pretty consistently seen it. And I've seen it in the middle and I've seen it on either side. So what you're looking for is this cute little snail. Its main part is kind of purple and then it has a green shell with stuff growing on it. But when you have some distance from it, it's not going to look necessarily all bright and colorful. I've seen it actually show up and look sort of like a shadowy boot and thought it was a piece of trash that looked a little off. If you continue past that arch, you may see another one kind of in the area where it opens up. It's sort of like a triangular shape in the trench. Now sometimes they get a little too close to the wall, embed themselves in the wall, and you can't catch them. I found if I swim away or go out of the area and come back, they've reset and then I'm able to catch them. And I have been able to catch more than one in one pass through the trench, so there definitely is more than one spawn point for it. You can catch the Slugnautica in the morning or at night. I haven't seen them here at any other times of day, but during the morning or at night, you should be able to find it here in the trench near those arches and near that area where it opens up into a triangle. If it's the right time of day and you're not seeing them, take another look, try different depths, try going closer or further away from the left and right walls, because I've seen them all the way to the left where I could barely see them, and I've seen them all the way on the right that I didn't even notice until I was reviewing the footage, because it was right there by where the arch connects to the wall. So they're easy to miss even when you know where and when to look. From the Slugnautica's location in that triangular area, it's going to be easy to go and get the rainbow ribbiter right afterwards. You do need to make sure that you can dive really deep, so I would say put on your full mermaid outfit for this, because the location we're going to is actually over here. So if you took a left off of that triangle, you're going to be in a very deep circular area that the map actually labels the hole. And so we're going to have to dive pretty deep down that hole and you will see one rainbow ribbiter spawning here. The rainbow ribbiter has a second location where you can catch it. So the first location is the hole by that triangular part where you caught the Slugnautica. The second location for this frog is right off of the dock by Gemstone Mountain. So if you look at the map and you see that dock that kind of reaches into the water from the middle of Gemstone Mountain, you want to dive off of there and you'll also see another circular area where it's really, really deep. This is where you got one of the blue power crystals and a golden apple slice. So you want to dive down here and you'll be able to catch the rainbow ribbiter down towards the bottom in those really deep areas. Remember when you're using the bubble wand that you need to not just get them in the bubble, but then you need to touch the bubble to pick them up. So if you feel like you're having a ton of trouble, make sure that after they're in the bubble that you swim up to it and touch it. That is how you actually catch them. It's still a little bit difficult to aim in the 3D space, but making sure that you're going up, swimming up and touching that bubble is how you're going to be able to catch them. Similar to the Slugnautica, the rainbow ribbiter is also active at night and in the morning. So I wasn't able to find either one during the day or even in the evening. So the rainbow ribbiter spawn points are very, very predictable. Sometimes they're closer to one wall or another, but they're always down in those two very deep places. The WollyPog was the very last critter I needed to complete the nature preserve. So I've gone through and tried to catch several of them to figure out how the spawns work, because after I caught that one, I felt like I never saw another one in that space. So the location that you're looking for the WollyPog is the kelp maze. And I'm gonna show you all the places where I have caught them so far, just in case that helps you. They look like these little green slugs with a lot of hair that looks like the kelp, so they blend in. They also look almost fish shaped, so you might mistake them for a fish the first time that you see them. And I have seen them spawn inside the seaweed and on the paths at various depths at different places in the kelp maze. So I haven't been able to isolate just one place where I can say, look right here above this coral, they always spawn there, because that has not been the case. I have seen more than one of them while swimming around the kelp maze, and I've been able to reset the spawns, I think, by going out of the area and back in, but it's also really easy to swim right past them. So I found that first one by the coral. I found other ones next to the pillars along the path to the right. So I tended to come out from the little path by the comedy club and down into the kelp maze. You can also use the kelp maze fast travel location. We found some pretty close to there as well. And here's what I mean about it being inside the kelp. Like, you can barely see it, but if you get your camera just right, you end up seeing it. Now, the only time of day that I have seen them consistently spawn here is during the day. So when you have that full sun, no triangle. Now, I was able to catch one immediately after my full sun changed over to evening. I feel like it just hadn't despawned from daytime yet. It was moments after it clicked over. But we know for sure that they do spawn during the daytime. So if you're having trouble finding this, check the kelp maze during the daytime when you have that full sun. If you were able to catch the Slugnautica, the rainbow ribbiter, or the elusive WollyPog, thanks to something you saw in this video, consider giving it a like. Subscribe for more Hello Kitty Island adventure content, and turn on notifications to find out the next time we go live. Hope to see you there.